Okay. Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and as per usual, we're going to start this show off the same way we start every episode, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you're spending with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, and we're back. Okay, I'm really looking forward to this episode because it's my favorite type of episodes when I don't know the person I'm talking to. As you guys know at this point, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at it than myself. So on that note, sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, my man.
Same thing for the behind the mic.
Thank you, Tanner.
Tanner.
There you
go. My name is Jetti. Moved out here for work purposes. Used to live here before.
Okay.
Used to work at Syncrude. Just love the fucking Fort McMurray, Canada. You know what I mean? Love my name even more. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Okay, so when you moved out here before, how long ago were you here?
I was here 2010, I believe. I was here for 4 years.
Okay, and what were you doing at that point?
At that time, I was working for Suncor.
Okay, doing what?
Pretty much anything that they needed me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what brought you, from what part of Canada did you come from?
I'm from the east side. Yeah, so Ontario.
Okay.
Raised in Ottawa. Went to elementary, high school, college. You know what I mean? Then after that, transitioned to Alberta.
Okay.
You know, work related. Ontario is more government and
yes,
not my type of style. You know what I mean? So
right.
I prefer hands-on. I don't like sitting behind a desk, period. Like,
yeah.
I'll be bored. I'll be sleeping.
Yeah.
Can I cuss in here? Or is that not really?
We try our best not to,
Oh,
but at the end of the day, if you do,
that.
listen, you wouldn't be the first and you won't be the last.
Because it almost slipped off.
Yeah, that's all right. We try our best not to, though, but it's okay if you do. So now you're living in Ontario, Fort McMurray, Alberta, middle of nowhere, top of Alberta. How did you hear about this community?
The show?
No, not the show. Fort McMurray.
Fort McMurray?
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy coincidence. So I was with a friend of mine that actually lived, like he's original, like I grew up with him in Ottawa. He came out here for like a year or two, did some schooling and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then afterwards he came back to Ontario, so obviously we linked up, started chatting. He's like, yo, you should move to Alberta.
Yeah.
And he lived in Edmonton at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so what's there? He's like, oh, I don't know nobody. I don't have no family over here.
Yeah.
So literally, he's the only person I know decided to take a risk. And
really?
He's like, yeah. And I came out here just like that. Pretty much like from whatever he told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
crazy.
Wild guess and just, yeah.
So he was living in Edmonton at the time?
He was living in Edmonton, but he would travel to different locations.
Okay.
So he never had a station. But
yeah.
The home branch was in Edmonton.
Right.
But he will go to Lethbridge. He will go to Medicine Hat. He will go to up north, Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
Grand Prairie. Like he'll travel a lot.
Right.
So he's a surveyor pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you moved up here, you lived here for 4 years. Like, how did you like it when you first got up here?
Oh, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I actually found the community very interesting.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of chaos going on at the same time when I first came out.
Especially
here.
back then. Yeah, it was
Back
crazy.
Then, yeah, it was super crazy.
Yeah.
But even in all that mess, like I wasn't involved in it. I go to work, come back, go out to whatever the casino, get some food, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, it was nice.
That's awesome. So then, you're working at site. You got 4 years. That's a good amount of time in Fort McMurray. But then you decided to move back east. What was the reasoning for that?
So pretty much I was helping out my mom because she was at the end of her days of work. She was retiring.
Right.
So she's like, I want to go back home. And if, you know what I mean? Like she haven't seen my grandma in a minute.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'll help you.
Yeah.
I came back, went to Ontario for like 2 years to help her settle her things, pack her stuff. And
okay.
Yeah. And
so where's back home for your mom?
East Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, Somali.
Okay. So now, are you born in Somalia or are you born here in Canada?
Born in Somalia.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you immigrate to Canada?
Actually, I was a baby. But I lived in Italy for maybe 6-7 years, something like that.
Okay.
So I lived in Milan before I came to Canada.
Can you speak Italian?
Not as much as I used to, but I understand poco poco. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Okay. Very interesting.
But, no, I've been in Canada for like 20 something years.
Okay.
Like, I might look young, but I'm old as. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an old head. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. So you helped your mom. So she moved back to Somalia, did she?
Yeah, so she retired. She retired doesn't mean that retired is she's not working no more or she's not doing what she loves. She got a couple of organizations. She got an NGO, which helps out females and empowering them pretty much.
Okay.
And she's all about. And my sister was right now is with her.
Okay.
And she's helping her as well. So what the whole my mom's NGO is about is giving females education, putting them in a power of in a placement of power with the government,
Right.
owning their own business, so they're not reliant on men to do everything for them and whatnot.
Right.
And
Right.
my whole household was all about independence. You know what I mean? Like females' rights, respect, all of that. So yeah, she's doing a great job. Like she comes, she gets flown out to. I think she went to Ryerson. What's the Toronto?
Yeah.
She did a lecture over there.
Okay.
She goes to Sweden. So she travels the world, but her home is back home.
Right.
Yeah.
So before you leave, and if you know it, like we got to link that for your mom to give her some shine on the show.
Yeah,
Definitely
sure.
what that organization is called, and try to get more attention to it, because
It's
that's a
called
good one.
Swali. So Somali Women Leadership Initiative.
Okay.
We love our moms on the Mac City Morning Show.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, moms are awesome. Okay, so you go back 2 years, get your mom set up, her and your sister then move. Did you right away decide I'm coming back to Fort McMurray? Like, what was the thought process?
So after all of that happened, it's just took time for myself.
Yeah.
Did a couple of things, traveled the world for a little bit.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I came back and I came straight to Fort McMurray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in your world travels in Fort McMurray.
Oh,
Where did you
sure.
travel?
So I went to Kenya.
Okay.
I went to Morocco, Casablanca, Nairobi. I went to Uganda. I went to Chad.
Okay.
Stopped at Dubai.
Yeah.
Then afterwards went to Turkey, Istanbul.
Okay.
Then after that I came back to Canada.
Very cool. So
little
you like to travel, obviously.
Oh yeah, love it, man.
So when you travel, like obviously, like I feel once you get over to Europe or to other countries, it becomes a little bit cheaper to get from one to the other.
Other continents, you mean?
Yes, other continents.
continents.
Good call, thank you. But so when you travel, like what kind of traveler are you? You have some people who are like resort travelers. You have like my business partner who loves to stay in hostels, which I'm like, dude, but it's his thing. But like, what kind of traveler are you?
I'm more and more hostels I can't do because
Yeah.
living with somebody that I don't know.
That's
and,
right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of iffy. But
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like keeping my stuff in the same room as another person I have no idea anything about.
Exactly. You don't
Yeah.
know what kind of disease or whatever.
Or if
That's
they're
right.
gonna
Foreigners,
steal your stuff or
Yeah. Like stealing, like I'd rather get somebody steal my stuff rather than me come out with malaria or some bed bugs and.
That's
or,
right.
You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? Some third world.
That's
bugs
right.
the next thing you
I'm
know-
on the same page as you, but yeah, my business partner, although like
No, I'm more of a
affordable
hotel
kind of guy. Okay. Yeah, he likes to stay in hostels. I'm like, dude, like this is something when you're young and you're a backpacker and like your financial situation forces you to stay in those type of circumstances. You go with. He's like, no, man, I like meeting people. So crazy to me. So like when you're traveling, what's the duration of time you like to try to spend in like one location?
I'm not one of those type of people that stay in a place for like a week or two.
Okay.
'Cause what are you gonna learn in a week or two, right?
Yeah.
It's like you might fall in love with it, you might hate it.
Yeah.
Like the beginning is always iffy, so I
Yeah.
like to stay for like a month or so,
Okay.
and then afterwards, if I like it, I'll stay a little bit more. Then keep moving on.
Right.
Like my last travel I did, I was gone for about a year and a half,
Yeah.
and I was just stayed everywhere.
So when you're in these countries for that duration of time, are you trying to work at all, or are you just absorbing the culture that you're in?
Oh, just pure culture.
Yeah.
Pure culture. Try the food, get to know the language, get to know the people. You know what I mean? And it's just the experience of it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah. Okay, so now you're back in Fort McMurray. What do you do? What are you doing now?
Right now, like I literally just moved back.
Yeah, you said like when you text, you're like a month or two in.
Yeah.
Like brand new.
Yeah, brand new. I just moved in September 1st.
Okay.
Pretty much right now it's just focused on working and trying to make that money back that I spent.
That's right. Well, it's not cheap to travel, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not. Good thing. Shout out to my sister who gave me the link up for the plane tickets, the chief, all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my sister hooked me up with
nice.
The flights. Yeah.
Nice. So what line of work would you like to get back into now that you're in Fort Mac?
Pretty much. So I did safety for a total of 8 years.
Okay.
So pretty much, but like safety's taking a turn.
Yeah.
I used to work in the rigs. I used to I went to Fort St. John.
Yeah.
Went to Fort Nelson.
Yeah.
Everywhere, but like safety is not the way what it was when I started.
Okay.
And yeah, right now I'm just going into trades.
Okay.
So I literally got my blue book to be a pipe fitter.
Okay.
So I'm working towards that right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go, man. All right. Well, Tanner just gave me the signal that it's time for the Mac City Minute. This is Tanner's segment. He's going to ask you 5 questions. I don't know what he's going to ask you. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty, question number 1. What is one thing you missed about Fort McMurray when you left?
One thing that I missed. Well, other than the money, I would say, it's just the community. You know what I mean? Like, just the people in the city. Like, some people are awesome as fuck. Like,
yeah, that's okay, man.
Yeah. Like,
you're not wrong.
As soon as I meet them, it's like we click right off the bat, and we're like, where have you been? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like.
Question number 2. What is one thing that makes you so passionate about Fort McMurray?
Does it have to be one thing?
No, you can go on, man. You can ramble.
All right. So the community-wise, how everybody knows each other, and pretty much is like you can put yourself in a better position, even though you're not in a good position, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Opportunity.
Opportunity, and there's also like emotionally wise.
Yeah.
There's people that are actually like my bosses. They're awesome, and they're like, if you have a problem, like I had a little issue, and everybody started sending me texts and love and support and everything else, and it's just the way they look out for each other.
Yeah.
You don't get that a lot of places.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's true, man. It's very true.
Question number 3. What is one thing you remember about your move from Italy to Canada?
Not being able to speak English and getting teased as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no. What do I miss? Hold on. Did you say what was the question again? Repeat?
What is one thing you remember about your move from Italy to Canada?
Oh, the airports. When I landed, cause it was during winter times.
Yeah.
And I came from the summer, so I wasn't even prepared. And
right.
my mom didn't know anything about Canada, so I just come out and I'm freezing, and I'm just like,
yeah.
But as soon as I got in the car and started driving on the highway, I'm just a little kid, right, looking out the window, and next thing you know, I have this lady just across 2-3 lanes in Toronto, and she just waved at me.
Yeah.
And I just had the biggest smile because I'm like, my eyes are open.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was a good welcoming.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
I remember that.
Question number 4. What is the weirdest dish you've enjoyed on your many travels?
Okay. So I forgot what the name is called.
Yeah.
But it looks like a green goo.
Okay.
And it's a delicacy.
And where's this from?
It's pretty much Eastern. It's not like, I don't know if Ethiopia, Kenya, not Kenya, Somalia, and all those. I know Somalia doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's more Sudan and off from the coast.
Okay.
But anyways, I forgot the name, but it's a green goo. And if you look at it, it looks like a goo.
Yeah.
But it's so delicious. I'm gonna search it up. I'm gonna Google it one of these. I'll ask my friend, but
Okay.
Is it like South African or like African?
is more East African, anywhere like then Kenya, I guess Tanzania and Uganda.
Okay.
They do this.
Okay.
Can't find anything on Google for you.
Nah, I'll call my friend at the end of the show.
Yeah. It in the comment section.
And your final question, what is one thing that the people in Fort McMurray share in common with the people you've met in your travels?
That's a good question. A lot of people in Fort McMurray are curious. So they actually take time to speak with you and questions.
That's right.
And yeah, that's the same thing as like when I was traveling. Everybody wants to know where I came from.
Right.
Who am I? And yeah.
Yeah.
Those have been your 5 questions.
There you go. Yeah. So I'm extremely fortunate, but more often than not, people are from somewhere else. And like yourself, they come. They might know 1 or 2 people, but like it's a brand new place. They know what it's like to move to a new community. So when somebody else comes in, they're like, "Hey, I used to be you, maybe like a year or even 10 years ago, but I know where you're coming from. I know what that struggle feels like." Or somebody was friendly to me when I first moved here. I'm just going to pass that buck on. You know what I mean? So I do find in my travels and when I come back to Fort McMurray, you really get that sense of community here that, wow, people really are genuinely nice and interested in what's going on. So, and I feel that's why. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion.
No, you're 100%. You hit it right on the head of the nail.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came here, like a lot of people, I was doing like petty jobs. You know what I mean? Like being a cleaner just to get by, line cook, whatever.
Yeah. And
I meet people and they're like, yo, you should stop doing this. If you really want to get into this, here's my business card. Here's my company info.
Yeah.
Better yourself, come. Like, you know what I mean? We'll take you in. I'll teach you. And yeah, that's how I actually got the job that I have right now. Because a friend of mine saw me and he's like, I'm like, yo, I'm struggling. Like, I need, you know what I mean? Stability. Because safety wasn't really a stable thing. It's like, seasonal is you're not sure if you got to like suck up to the dispatcher in order for you to get sent out.
That's right.
If the dispatcher don't like you, you're not going anywhere. Like,
that's right.
There's no jobs for you, even if there's 100 jobs.
Yeah.
So pretty much the guy told me, I'm like, yo, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Let me get back to you.
Yeah.
And a week later, he calls me up. He's like, yo, do you want a job? I'm like, yes. Here's my resignation.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I jumped ships just like that. And yeah.
It is very different. I know safety back in the day used to be like a lot of my friends, once we finished high school, either like because it's summertime, you're just looking for something transitional, right? Yeah. Either did safety or did work for moving companies, things like that. And I remember back in the day, like it was a really stable, good job to get into, especially if you were like working out at site and you're working in one of those safety buildings and then just like surveying like the area. I've only heard positive things from back in the day, mind you, and like yourself, I'm not young. So back in the day, like it used to be definitely something that was a career option that was a good one.
Yeah. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I do miss that.
Yeah.
I mean, like when everybody was actually genuinely honest and your hard work would get paid off.
Yeah. But, yeah. All right, man. Well, I just got the signal that we're at the end of our 20 minutes. Short and sweet. Time flies. Yeah, I know, man.
I didn't even notice.
So before everybody leaves, though, they get a shameless shout out or plug. So you got the mic on you. You got the camera on you. Have some fun.
So just give a shout out to somebody.
Shameless shout out or plug, man. Anything or anybody you want to say hi to?
Yo, shout out to Chad Turner. Shout out to Steve Morton. You know what I mean? Shout out to Elliot.
Yep.
Tanner.
Thank you.
Gang.
Yeah. Buzz.
Buzz, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and my sister. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Yeah, if my brother was here too, shout out to him.
Sweet. Okay, man. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. I tell this to everybody, and I truly do mean it. Come back again and again and again. It's set up for 20 minutes, so people just get a glimpse into your life, but obviously you're more interested in 20 minutes. So if you ever want to come back on the show again, you know how to get in contact with us.
For sure. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
And it's been a pleasure.
Cool, man. All right. Well, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It truly does mean the world to me. On that note, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.